Yes, I know. You want to sit by Sarah?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, he messaged me back and said that LLC canceled something like 6 years ago. I was like, I've been filing taxes on that like for the last 3 or 4 years, so I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, maybe quoted. It's probably it's still active. It's not like it's canceled.
Yeah. I need to call him because I'm sure I probably missed like it was probably a year that I didn't do anything with it, and I didn't pay the franchise tax or something. I need to call him. I called the comptroller, but
That's what it would be.
yeah. Hey, come on, let's go sit in.
The time is 2:45 p.m. I call this meeting to order. We have a properly posted agenda and a quorum established. Number 2, communication. Jonathan Melling.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 4, public forum. Persons desiring to address the board must sign up in a designated time prior to the meeting. Board policy BED addresses public comment and public testimony at a board meeting. Audience participation at a board meeting is limited to the public comment portion of the meeting designed for that purpose. At all other times during a board meeting, the audience shall not enter into discussion or debate on matters being considered by the board unless requested by the presenting officer. No presentation shall exceed 3 minutes. Dr. Hicks, would you like a 30-second time? Okay.
Like you want me to do Robin? All right. Okay. First of all, this meeting is not okay. You don't schedule a meeting to discuss school. We not a single staff member can be present. And parents are either working or picking up your kids. Not to mention our community now has to choose between a funeral for a beloved father, healthcare professional, and paradise school board member, or a meeting about the educational future of 400 students and job security of 45 staff members. This is the problem. This is not transparency. The parents that want to be informed and stay involved have to fight to do so. This meeting should have been postponed. While we appreciate the gesture and the statement that was made, our emails and requests for this meeting to be went unanswered. According to the board policy manual, section labeled BE board meetings, the board president shall call special meetings at the board president's discretion. Dylan, your actions speak loud. As a board, one of your goals set for the 22-23 school year was to have engagement with every stakeholder in establishing Decatur ISD as a destination district for staff, students, and families through developing a transparent, community-based plan, which you cannot do without this community of stakeholders being present for meetings, which you schedule during work and school days, and strategic planning committees scheduled on Wednesday night on behalf of the town. The community likes to blame staff for the overcrowding of the school and budget deficit, but let's not forget the long history of hiring and hiring superintendents, football coaches, and the astronomical amount of lawyer fees paid because of the board decisions. Within the last 3 years, Decatur ISD central office salaries went from 3% below average to over 10% above average in the 22-23 school year. At the same time, you focus on cutting teaching and learning programs, an entire school, and our teachers and principals remain underpaid compared to the state average. We sit through meetings where we look at growth coming to elementary schools, SPED programs understaffed and underfunded, where you drill principals and our assistant superintendent over test scores and campus improvement plans. Then when you're faced with tough decisions, the first thing to go are poly-grading programs, Decatur high school teachers, and PLCs. How can you say you are for the children when you carelessly cut items that directly affect their education without showing this community any evidence that you have truly exhausted all options? While I would love to continue this conversation, today I'm only allotted 3 minutes. I know I stand here today with a room full of parents that have researched and sent email after email on these same subjects and more. If you truly want to involve this community of stakeholders, why not create a committee to form a community-based strategic plan for the budget deficit we currently face? We are Decatur. Let us have a voice. Thank you.
Stephanie Stout. Would you like 3 minutes? 30 seconds.
I want to start by introducing myself. I'm Stephanie Stute, mother of 4 young boys. 3 of the boys are currently here attending a STEM. Wyatt, a kindergartner, Kane, a 2nd grader, and Matthew, a 3rd grader. I'm here to stand up for all of the STEM family. I can't speak for all of us, but I want to thank Scott for putting this on the agenda, and thank Dylan for putting this meeting together. I do not support the way it was handled for the meeting today, though. Today, perception is everything. Your intention behind your actions might not land as you expected. Today, the perception of this meeting being at 2:45 is that we aren't wanted and that our opinions don't matter. School is still in session, meaning teachers and staff can't attend. Middle of the workday means working parents can't attend. Intentional or not, the message is sent to the community that our opinions do not matter, we're not wanted, or needed here. My 2 eldest boys were in a different school previously that we pulled them from to attend STEM. They were not thriving and needed the non-traditional classroom structure. Like mentioned, STEM is not superior to any of the other schools in the district. It's just different and unique in its own way, in a good way. When I first toured STEM, I was blown away. They're teaching our kids not just the basic knowledge, they're teaching them life lessons. Who had a Lego wall in their school growing up? Maybe it sounds insignificant, but this is teaching them more than just how to connect blocks together. This is teaching them how to look at things differently, how to create, how to try again. This is also teaching them the life lesson on how to be responsible and trustworthy. They're given 10 minutes to go, they're expected to be there, and they're trusted they're going to return in that time they're given. Let me ask you this. Why have we even placed such a biased question out there? A more appropriate question to ask in this scenario would be, what does the STEM school bring to the ISD? What does it mean to the community, the students, the family, and the staff? How does it support the goals of the community and district? When you reach out to the community for answers, what do you come back with? If those responses do not support the board's goals, then by all means, shut it down. But that's not the case. STEM brings so much to this community. It's brought inclusivity to students that would not thrive in a non-traditional learning environment. The good of all the students and all the children in the community. One of the school board's goals is to engage with every stakeholder to establish the ISD as a destination district. How does closing a nationally STEM certified school support that goal? I do not think it does. For those on the board that don't have kids at STEM, I want to ask you this. How many parents have you talked to directly? How many students have you talked to directly? We got a survey about 4-day school weeks. What about this? I'll close with this. Who would negatively be impacted by this decision? Them. These kids right here, all of them, right here.
Miranda Brazil. Also there are.
Okay, so I'm not a public speaker, and this is terrifying to me, but I'm doing this for my kids, because it matters. My name is Miranda Brazil, and I have a son that attends STEM. This is his 2nd year there. The first year my kid did attend school, he went to Carson. It was horrible. Not because of Carson, I went to Carson. My sister's kids go to Carson, and we all have wonderful experiences, but my kid hasn't learned this way. They're not equipped to teach the way that his brain needs to learn. At STEM, he gets to do that. He has hands on the ground. He's not expected to sit there. They give him ways to learn that you just can't get at other schools. And when you ask who is it affecting, that's not it. I went from dragging him, physically breaking his hands off the car, off of the door into school, and him saying, I don't need you to walk me in. I got this. Can you do that? Have you went to our school? Do you understand? I'm not gonna cry. It's just a lot. I don't know if y'all really see how much impact it is. It's so hard. I lost a lot of hope in kindergarten. And then I went and crying every day in my car because I literally got a call every day to getting maybe 5 calls in the last 2 years, and that's for normal boy behavior. okay? Roughhousing, somebody got hit in the face, like normal boy stuff, and I cannot express to you how much this STEM Academy has changed perspective of learning and playing with friends, and you no longer think something wrong.
Catherine Dugan.
I don't necessarily have a speaker here because like most of these other parents, we have to entirely rearrange our day just to accommodate her. So when you said, who is basically upset? Look at this room. And these are the only people that are able to leave their job, leave their college right now, get their kids out of school. It will negatively also affect all of y'all. Because if they'll shut down that STEM school, you know how many parents like myself are considering homeschooling? The STEM school is kind of our only hope. Because all the other schools have to go on for longer than 3 minutes. So when you say you will negatively affect and son and yourselves, because I know y'all think of dollars, y'all think of money. All y'all have to have a job, right? So if everyone goes homeschooling, have a better job. This affects everybody, and it also affects you. So when you made that comment, watch. That's all I got.
Crystal Mendoza.
How are you guys doing? Nice to see you guys again after Monday. I thought we would have this discussion again in 30 days. I was more than prepared to go home and study the budget that you guys have posted. I am very grateful that you guys were transparent and were able to post that. I also was ready to make a petition to keep our school open because after we found out that this meeting was going to be such short notice, there was a lot of parents who could not obviously be here and teachers as well, and we wanted to make sure that their voices were heard. But after emailing with Corals, like I said, they are great communicators, and I communicated with my staff and my students and principals at our school who were here to support. And she said that she talked to you guys and that you guys had possibly decided not to shut the school down, and for that, I'm thankful that you guys came to your senses. I also would like to say that anything is possible here, and so also I think it was Chad Jones who stated that elections were coming up and it didn't pay that good, and for that, some of us don't care how much it pays. Some of us are here to want to know the education of our children, the future of these future doctors, these future scientists, the future of our country here. Who knows? In this room could possibly be the future president of the United States. We don't know. All I know is that the education of my students and that the education of my child should not come at such a great cost. Because we live in America, and in America, education should be free. And no matter what it is. And so I still love this STEM school. I'm here to fight for it. I need to educate myself more on some of the subjects that you guys have touched upon. I honestly thought I was gonna have 30 days before we met again. And I did go back and I did look at some of the meetings that you have recorded, and I appreciate you guys having that opportunity for us to be there. And the question that could bring up the most and everybody else was, who would this negatively affect? That was the big question, right? Well, let me tell you, it would affect me, myself, all of these parents right here, all of these kids, my son Oliver, with my daughter Rihanna, my veteran husband Nelson, myself as well, because we bought a home in this town because of that school.
and I will not put the education of my children above the budget. I will sell my home, and I will leave and find a different school for my children because they come first. Thank you.
Item number 5, discuss and take possible action regarding the STEM campus. Do we have a motion? I recommend we vote not to dissolve the STEM for the 24-25 school year. I have a motion by Scott. Do I have a second?
I second.
Second by Sandy. Any discussion?
I would like to say one thing. I don't think it's a secret that I'm a STEM parent. But what you may not know is that I'm also a Carson parent. STEM is different, just like Carson is different. Carson fit a need for my son that was not available at STEM. And now he's on his way to thriving. He's doing so much better because they offered something different that he needed. STEM does that for a lot of other kids. My daughter thrives at STEM because it is different. It offers a need that we didn't have. But I won't just fight for STEM. I'll fight for Carson, and I'll fight for Young, and I will fight for Rand, and I will fight for MMS, and I will fight for the high school because we are Decatur. It is necessary to make sure that we are not cutting schools to right the wrongs of previously done poor planning.
I got lots to say, I always do, but today I'm gonna try to keep it down. I want your, I want to remember what y'all have to say. I've spent hours responding to emails, a lot of them, and it's not just emails like random emails. It's your story, your background. It's a lot of data, which I like, and I don't know how to get it all together again. But it's amazing, the thing is, it's not just STEM. I guarantee you the same thing would happen at every single campus. So I just want to let y'all know, because there's a lot of, I'll read every social media dance out there too. I wish I could respond to all, but I can't. So, a lot of it's just flat out wrong. But, so y'all understand where I'm coming from. I am data driven. That's why I ask for so much data. It's PDFs, by the way, it's not paper. And I go through it. I spend a lot of time going through it to derive my own decision making. I got into trouble early on because I said, we need more information to make sound decisions. The district lawyers, in a closed meeting, said I can't do that. My wife told me to say we instead of I, I'm bad by saying I. So that was a day. But the point is we do. Because we are elected fiduciaries in charge of your money and my money, our money. So when people say we only get in the weeds, we do. It's not that I don't trust the data. I need the data to make sound decisions. And so when I'm looking at things, and I know on a $30 million budget, I have a reason for it. And if somebody writes an editorial about me and doesn't ask me why, I think that's wrong. My number is everywhere. I have posted it 1,000 times. Nobody has once called me and asked me, what's going on? Why are you thinking this way? But they had no problem, on a keyboard and putting in a messenger. I'm open, call me, I'll tell you why. So background on all this, long-range facility planning, I've said it month after month, we're finally doing it. That's the data that I want from the community. This is not a bond committee, long-range facility planning. In there, it would say, we want more STEM. We don't want STEM at all. That's y'all's chance to decide what you want, and then only then do we make a decision on closing or opening or completing. Until that's done, I'm not gonna vote to close anything down. But if you guys tell me we're closing something down at that point, then I will go all back. So I'm just letting y'all know from where I'm coming from, that my decision making is not gonna happen until we get that long-range facility planning done. That will define if we need a building or not. And if we do need a building, then we do the bond planning. So that's where I'm coming from. Thank you guys.
Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. Item 6. Discuss and take possible action to approve Washington Diego's to represent the district with shares of it.
As you know, in this previous meeting, we've done a formal review for the charge for the random moment time study, because it was done over half of our revenue probably. So we had to do that. So with that appeal, there's some statewide, I just put in the background, I put in there, some statewide things that for all districts, and district specific ones that are going on through our charge provider, which is MSD. We are currently now in a discussion on what their fee is going to be, how that's going to be structured. But I would feel better if Walsh as an attorney reviewed the data that we're going to submit to make sure that we have everything in there, that all of our bases are covered, so we can get the most revenue that we can from. And if there is a formal appeal, then it goes to discovery and all that good stuff.
So,
Right now, there's, unfortunately, I'm still negotiating with MSB. You will have some legal fees. That's why I brought it, to you. We're going to have to increase the legal budget in order to handle this. I think we have $60,000. I don't know what this is.
It was 8,000 was the last, it was December was 8,000. And I believe it's, a little higher now, 65, it is, 65,000. But my thought is if they ask us to up it, we don't even know what we're going to do, like, we need more than that, don't we?
Well, until, here's the problem, I don't know what HFC, I don't know if it's going to require us to pull up more fees, everybody in statewide. Walsh Gatos is going through and doing a lot of districts, and so we're able to spread our costs with all of the other districts right now. And so that's kind of why it's short timing, but HHC is not giving us a whole lot of time either. We have until the 31st of January to answer our appeal back and make sure that all of
What's the law show then if we do not win the case? What's the law show?
have to meet. And if we don't take this offer right now and do it, then we have to pay for it ourselves and do the legal. Right now, we just first have to figure out what the work is. Well, if we don't do it now, then we will not review anything. And we will go solely off of what our MSP service provider does. And I'm still negotiating with them. It's not much of an option. There really isn't. I just kind of wanted to let you know that we have to do something. And I just wanted to give you all the options to get you legal counsel. All districts in the state.
$50,000. What do you think it is to accomplish?
Oh, I think, it's not gonna be anywhere near 50. I'm hoping that it'll be like probably under 5 to 7. I'm hoping. MSB, the original bill for us was 300,000. Right. Do it now.
It's not a the budget.
Not yet, not yet. It will be once we figure out, and it could be that it's only, 2,500. I mean, until the attorneys have time to dig in and know what HGSC is going to bring back, there's no way for them to say, oh, it's going to be $500, not knowing that they're going to bring things back, and then you have to do a formal appeal. And the informal appeal works, and the HGSC says, okay, fine, then there will be nothing. It'll cost less money. But if they don't go with all statewide, all of them then will be discovery, and that's just. Then we would do a cost benefit, is it worth getting however much money they end up showing that we can get to do the formal appeal. No, it's only because of the appeal that HHSC lost the federal government, where they are taking half of our money. That we did a cost after that. I think that's what everybody is going to try to appeal to them, to not do on this cost report, but to do it on the regional budget.
Do you have a motion? I have a motion by Melanie. Do you have a second? Second by Jonathan. Is there any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 6-0. Item number 7, adjournment at 3:11 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate y'all.